Whether you are installing a WECORK floating floor or glue-down floor, it is very important to follow the directions outlined in every carton or material. Let's first look at installing a WECORK floating or click floor. There are several different product sizes available in plank and tile, along with different edge profiles in the Avant-Garde and Timeless collection. In this video, we will be looking at the installation of a nominal 12-inch by 36-inch square edge plank. Any successful installation of a floating cork floor requires a good subfloor. WECORK glueless floating floor systems can be installed on, above, or below grade, including basements. WECORK floating floors can be installed over existing PVC or vinyl. Carpeting, however, must be removed. Before starting the floor, carefully read the instructions. WECORK recommends selecting planks from various cartons during the installation to maintain natural color and pattern variation. Remember, the installer assumes responsibility for final inspection. The subfloor must be dry, stiff, and flat to within 3/16 of an inch in 10 feet or 1/8 of an inch in 6 feet. To ensure the subfloor is dry, test with moisture meter on plywood or calcium chloride on concrete. Use a long straight edge to check that subfloor is flat and meets specifications. If it does not, sand down any high spots or use quick-drying mortar-based leveler to fill any low spots. Cut any door jambs to allow floating floor to slide underneath. WECORK recommends the use of a 6 mil polyethylene sheeting as a vapor barrier under all installations. Polyfilm will help guard against minor moisture from the subfloor. It will also allow the cork flooring to move freely over the substrate if standard expansion occurs. Polyfilm should run up the wall and sheets should be taped together. Use of a foam underlayment or soft pad is not recommended underneath the floor. Each individual plank or tile has a cork backing attached to the HDF eucalyptus center core for insulation, sound dampening, and cushion qualities. Before installing the first row, measure the length of the wall to make sure the last plank is not shorter than 12 inches. If it is, the first plank should be shortened. Also measure to the opposite wall to ensure that your final plank will not end up too narrow. As in this room, the starter board will have to be cut narrower so that the final row is wide enough and balanced. Start installation in the corner of the longest perimeter wall using 3/8 inch wedges to allow for the necessary 3/8 inch expansion space. Begin by placing the tongue side of the plank toward the starter wall and the groove side toward the open room. Tap the end joints into place with the Unilin tap and block tool. Maintain your 3/8 inch expansion space all along the wall and doorway. When installing the last plank, use a pry bar or special Unilin tool to pull the plank back, locking the tongue and groove into place. Continue installing next row of planks, inserting the tongue side of the plank at a 45-degree angle, gently moving the plank up and down and into place. Once the planks have clicked together, do not tap them again, as this can cause the joint to be too tight and result in peaking. Continue laying product across the room, leaving required expansion space and making any special cuts required. When you get to the far side of the room, use the pry bar or special Unilin tool to pull the last row into place. After the flooring has been installed, complete the job by installing base shoe molding to hide the expansion gap and finish out the job. Nail shoe molding onto the baseboard and not onto the floor to allow for unobstructed expansion. When the final job is complete, you have a beautiful, durable, warm, and comfortable floor. To get further information on WECORK products or the installation of these products, please visit our website at www.wecork.com or call us toll-free at 1-800-666-2675.